Hello everybody and welcome back. We are continuing our playthrough of Aeon Trespass Odyssey Cycle 2. We are on day 2. We just finished our Cyclonus battle. I was going to continue this video on day 1, but I was recording and then I realized my main camera stopped working. So I lost about a quote-unquote day's worth of footage, which was really just about 10 minutes. But I was like, I'm not going to undo these things. We're just going to start at this point. The only thing that you missed me doing was basically researching a technology and crafting the repurposed cryptex, which I will show that item. Let's go here. Paste it here. Boom. So this is from our bronze layer technology, the technology we got from killing the Pursuer. It is a Titan attachment that gives us +1 precision. The downside is that if your Titan dies during the battle, then your Argonaut has to roll a d10, and on a 1, your Argonaut also dies. So there's a chance that by using it, you end up killing your Argonaut, which is not great. So you probably want to put this on a Titan that you are intending to protect. So I'm not putting this on my Logic Breaker because my Logic Breaker is kind of one of our more tankier Titans that will be putting in harm's way more often than not. So I think we'll be okay with putting this on our Game Changer because we'll probably be protecting our Game Changer. Maybe even our Skyseer would be good, but we can always move that around because it's not a Titan possession, it's just a Titan attachment, so we can move it around. On the day before, or going between days 0 and 1, basically between the first video and the Cyclonus battle, there was like one in-game day's worth of time where we went on an adventure. And within that adventure, we essentially learned that there's this war ongoing between the Athenians and the Spartans. And turns out it was started by the Athenians because they saw what the Nietzschean was getting himself up to as he was starting to rise to power. So I think they tried to preemptively strike. And in doing so, they just caused problems and started this whole war with the Spartans. And so the Athenians have been trying to request the Argonauts' help. And then now the Argonauts are finding out, oh, what do you mean you started this fight and now you are trying to pull us into it? Like you just want us to clean up your mess. So we have that to deal with. On that adventure, we did get a new person to join our Argonauts, or our council on the Argo, if you will. That is the Scarred Veteran, who is a veteran of the Spartan army. So in our choice matrix, we got to check off this code P4. So there we go. And now you're caught up. And what we were just about to do was go into the next timeline day, and we're going to go north here. So we need tile. Oh, wait, we cannot go north. So I won't be doing that. We're going to go east. East it is. There is our tile. Can we find any secret codes? No, I don't see anything. We just have a city on this tile. So we'll go ahead and put this tile down here. Move to east. Check off our day. Then we will do our exploration step. Maybe what we can do is actually, ooh, yeah, this is going to be a good view. Just do this. Oh, nice. All right, so we got a Titan. So all of our Dreamwalker Titans now are Spartan Dreamwalkers, so they have a slightly better Kratos table. We are not friendly with anybody right now. I think the best diplomacy we have is, yeah, basically a 0 and neutral with Stimiki. So let's draw our next card here. Gain 2 relief. 1, 2. We don't have 5 refugees, and our adversary is not activated for this this cycle yet. That'll be coming in a few days. Start a next pile. 1 relief. Oh, and that's the end of that pile. Okay. Take these and shuffle them back in. And then, let's see, we are on our, we just finished exploration, expedition. We have nothing for encounter. And we do have a research, a combat research, I believe, to do today. Yeah, so let's see what technologies we can research. We have Cyclonus sighting. Asclepius node can be good. I think that has second chance on it once you hit a certain danger threshold, if I remember correctly. Nietzschean meeting. Nietzschean. Oh no, this should not be. Oh, it's not available to us. Oh, and neither is Cyclonus sighting. What are we missing for Cyclonus sighting? Forced Kratos cooldown and Cyclonus level 2 battle. Okay. Pursuer order would be great to have. Basically upgrading our reflex to an advanced reflex on that Argo ability, reflex priming. Unexhaust 2 gear cards among the 2 titans. Oh, this is a great Argo ability as well. That is rock solid. Temenos advanced gear, which we cannot get yet. We would need Triskelion power boost. Does this lead to anything? Ooh, 13th Muse Grand Cannon. Okay. And Temenos support equipment. Triskelion power boost on its own is kind of, I don't know. I don't like it. Maybe other people get more use out of it. I just never really used pushback and pull all that much. I felt like in Kingdoms Forlorn, I was using a pull a lot more. Maybe it's just because more things had pull on it, but I mean, I don't really want Triskelion power boost, but maybe I should just take it now and get it out of the way. It's a prereq to other things. Grab that card. It says there is some inherent latent, or there's some latent power in the Balneon itself. Power we can temporarily transfer through the junction. Is this us exerting our strength or something else entirely? Interesting. Vague, mysterious, as many things in this game are. My music was probably bleeding through there a little bit. Sorry about that. Now we have, we are on a city space as well. Is there any negotiation technology you want to use? Do I have any negotiation? Oh, all the negotiation I had might have been Cycle 1 stuff. Huh. Yeah, I think it'd be under a section of negotiation if we had anything here, so I guess we can't do anything. That's unfortunate. Oh, do we still have the technology that when we use our first negotiation ability, we get to not take an Argo Fate? Let's see, that was probably a Cycle 1 only if I had to guess. Yeah, I'm assuming that was a Cycle 1 only. Okay. Timeline, I think we're done for today. Let's move on to the next day. Where do we want to go from here? Let's see, on day 6 is when we're going to have our adversary special event. So if we did, we're going on to day 4, right? So 4, 5, 6. I could go like spawn in 1, 2, 3, 4, spawn him back there. And then maybe circle back around. Or, I mean, we could also just zigzag and move away from him, but as long as I don't, I'm hoping to maybe put off my first encounter with the adversary until maybe like 13, 14, something like that. But yeah, I think we definitely want to go north at this point, because I think most of these, if I remember correctly, I think most of these tiles down here are just, what's it called? Just kind of empty space. But I also want to get a feel for how wide the map is horizontally. So I would, early on, I would like to just go as far east as we can so I can try to remember more of the general map layout. But for now, we'll go north. Do we have any secret codes? We do have a progress token and a Titan on here. Stocking up on Titans before we potentially start losing them. Okay, nope, I don't see anything. Let's see, this is the Helots symbol, I think, right? I want to start memorizing those. Yeah, that's Helots. Okay. So we'll put that on our map. Oh, go north there. Get a progress token. Oh, first timeline step. Gotta do things in the right order. Progress token, then exploration. Shrine to Ares. 1 relief resource. That'll end that pile. Next one, another Titan. Woo! Oh wait, I didn't get the Titan from the tile. So we get 2 Titans right now, and we're going to be close to max. Okay. Next card. Gain 1 War Machine resource. All right, cool. Take those, shuffle them back in. We'll have nothing for our expedition. So now we're going to go into our advancement step. I think we have a structural. Yeah, okay. So when I was looking at these before, I think what I wanted to do was grab this. Well, I was going to grab this, but we don't need it. We have all of our Titans, so like this isn't going to give us any immediate benefit. So I do like the Titan breeding technology, but we don't need it yet. Maybe after the first time we lose like an Earth Shaker or like one of our Titans there, we will we'll then like get it as our next structural technology. Could get that. We would get a negotiation here. Gain plus X Argo Fate and lose 1 refugee to gain 1 humanity and plus 1 diplomacy with the local faction. If hidden or distrustful, X is 1. Friendly or allied, X is 2. Oh, wait, what? Is that? I'm gonna get the physical card just to make sure that's correct. Yeah, okay. So the lower in diplomacy you are, the better this is because you get fewer Argo Fate. So let's do this. Let's grab this one because let's not miss out on another city. We already missed 1 city. That was the refugee relief effort. Is that right? Yeah, because this will help us keep refugees under control, gaining humanity, getting diplomacy. I like all this stuff. All right. Put that back over here. Back to timeline. And we are ready to move on to our next day. Let's go ahead and move east here. That'll get us tile 75. Oh, well, we're not going to be going the path that I originally planned here because we are within some little riverways. So we are coming in this alpha portion, I think. Okay, I'm not sure if that's good or bad, but oh, I'm sorry, did not realize. There we go. Let's check for any hidden codes. I don't see anything, but yeah, so we're up on this little northern part of the tile here, the alpha section. Ourselves up there. Check off our timeline. Do the exploration. Do we have any exploration symbols? We did not. Gain 1 maze fragment resource. Where are those at? There we go. Okay, that pile's done. Gain 1 war machine. And we're getting a lot of adversary symbols. Okay. And we will have an expedition, an adventure to go on. Which means we get to use our voiceovers app again. Woohoo! Good. Really thankful to be using this too because it does save my voice a bit. All right, so let's move this out of the way. We will do our adventure hub roll. Get a 9. And I'm going to check something because I don't think we have anything that we can use at this point to re-roll. Or no, what am I doing? Technology, bonuses. Yeah, here. Okay. I think the Adventure Hub ones are always like cycle specific. They don't carry over because there was one that we could research that would allow us to do like the hub above whatever one we rolled. Yeah, okay. So we have to do 9. That gives us intended purpose. I think I did from the ashes first. I think this will be an alpha. Yeah, okay. Intended purpose. That's going to give us curse. Nothing. Nothing. We got 1 here for a familiar curse. Yeah, I'm getting pretty good mileage out of this familiar curse. Nemos. I do kind of like this one, just being able to like have that person gain a condition instead of the original Titan. It's pretty handy. I mean, you have to meet that danger gate at 4 or higher, but not terrible if like you're taking attacks with that Titan. And nothing. Okay. Well, at least we should get another Nemos for we'll basically fill out our Nemos slots for all of our Argonauts with this. So let's see, we need to go to, bring up this screen. We're gonna go to Adventure Hubs. Adventure Hubs, intended purpose. There once was an empire. Let me double check if that's the alpha, but it should be because they do these in order. Page 62. Yes, it is.
Dozens of wagons make the headlong dash for the far end of the valley, where the hills split apart to reveal a large bay and a fleet of waiting ships. At the head of the column, your Titans, laden with supplies, trudge steadfastly toward the shore. You glance to the people you are helping to escape. The Cyclopes, the towering giants of the Laconian highlands, cattle herders, so quiet and reserved, yet incredibly strong. Prized by the Spartan Empire either as beasts of burden or as weapons of war.
Okay. If you finished the From the Ashes hub, see number 12. We absolutely did not finish that yet. That would be pretty hard to do before even rolling this one. Just double check, make sure I'm correct here that this is the one that we should be looking at. Yeah, story. We are on story card 1. 8 to 9 is intended purpose. Yes, okay, we're good. So we're going to see 002.
A clamor rises from the back of the procession. Beyond the convoy, you see bounding shapes, lithe horses with wiry warriors straddling them. Spartan Hippeis, cavalry designed to run down foot soldiers, closing fast. You organize a defense, but the Cyclopes are less compliant, focusing only on fleeing the enemy spears. At times, it is a near thing for you to avoid the thundering feet of a giant running for their life. The Cyclopes need time to get to the ships, and it seems like you are the only ones who will fight to buy them that time.
So we're trying to help these Cyclopes escape, and now we are under attack. So we have to do some tests here. All right. Each Argonaut tests courage or fury of 8 or higher. If Argo Fate is 6+, which it is definitely not, we are at 1 Argo Fate right now. Each Argonaut may gain 1 Fate to add +1. Okay, good to know. Ideally, we can get 4 successes because that would lead to subtracting Argo Fate, but 2 to 3 is tolerable because each Argonaut gains 1 danger. That's kind of fine. What are our Argonauts at for their courage and fury? +1, +2, +1, +2. Okay. So let's do... Let's do our easy ones first. So let's start with Hypatia. And we're not gonna gain the fate for this, so she will need a 6 or higher to succeed. Oh geez. That's gonna be a 10. So she does succeed. Then let's do, who else had 2 or more? The Orphan. So the Orphan also needs a 6 or higher. 8. Okay. Very nice. Now let's do, who's our red? Telebacus. Let's do Telebacus, and then we will gain a fate with him. So that will bring him up to +2. So now he needs a 6 or higher. That's an 8. We're looking good. So now I definitely want to try to succeed with, what's her name? Olympia. So we're going to get her a fate, 6 or higher. 8. Wow. Lots of 8s. Cool. So that is 4 successes. We will lose 1 Argo fate. Go to this window actually. You know what, give me 1 second. I'm going to switch some keybinds around here. I have a, I ordered a Stream Deck. So I'm excited to use that. It should help it make it easier for me to switch screens and more consistently get the right one. But before I get that, I'm going to switch some keybinds around. All right, we'll try that. So what do we want to do? Lose an Argo fate. Regardless of the results, see paragraph 28.
The The sun hangs high in the sky as your ships race toward your rendezvous with the Argo. Gathering on the upper deck of one of the septiremes, you meet with the closest thing the Cyclopes have to leadership at this point. The two Cyclopes, known as Kelmenes and Serapion. Kelmenes holds something in his hands, a shimmering metal shape, one of your Titan's weapons, damaged in the morning's assault. The blade has been repaired and altered. The weapon seems sturdier. You marvel at the improvements.
Okay. Masterwork is during an attack roll, you may re-roll all ones without any additional cost. So we can't put it on a unique weapon, unfortunately. I mean, it would be good to put this on a weapon that rolls more dice. I mean, the only good weapons that I have, I think the only non-unique weapons that I have are one die. So I don't think we really have much of a choice here. Yeah, that's unique. I guess I'll just put it on the puzzle axe. Sure, we'll put it on the puzzle axe. Let me make a note of this. Master work. Cool. So I think I could see myself using the puzzle axe for a little while. Temenos Xiphos I am looking to replace. Although, actually, the Temenos Whip, which is the reverse side of the Temenos Xiphos, does use 3 dice. Reach 2, provoke, opening 1. I don't know. I'm not gonna... I'd still rather have it on puzzle axe, I think. Because I actually like that weapon.
This is exceptional work, you comment. The Cyclops bows his head.
Smithing has always been a gift of my people. For as long as we recall, metal has bent to our whims.
Curious, such talent, and yet you resign yourselves to living as herdsmen?
That's exactly what I have been trying to tell our elders.
Serapion glowers at his kinsman.
But my arguments always fall on deaf ears. My brethren would rather hide than try to fix the world's problems. You are young, Serapion. You lack the wisdom that comes with experience.
Kelmenes retorts. The normally calm Cyclops growing a little more animated.
The vow of pacifism is a part of who we are. If we forsake it, we turn our backs on everything that we stand for.
We will get 1 Argo knowledge. Amazing. Boom, our first Argo knowledge of the cycle.
Suddenly, the alarm siren blares. You look back, spotting black shapes cutting through the waves. Spartan Paliroya, wave hunters. They are moving to flank and catch you between their blackened hulls and the shoreline, where enemy cavalry moves parallel to your course.
So we have 3 options here. Option 1, the Cyclops cannot hide from the wars of the world. If you continue to fight their battles for them, they will never learn to defend themselves. Force the Cyclops to fight for themselves, the Cyclopes. And Mark J2, lose 1 humanity. That doesn't seem like the right option. The Cyclopes have lived peacefully for as long as memory recalls. Breaking that ingrained culture would likely damage the Cyclope society for generations to come. Have the Argos warriors fight to protect the Cyclopes. Lose 1 crew, Cyclopes, diplomacy +1. I like that option more, although I hate that we're losing crew because we are at 5 out of 8 crew right now, and we can't protect against that loss. Option 3, you won't ask the Cyclopes to break their vow of pacifism, but you cannot defend the giants by yourselves without sustaining heavy losses. You could risk yourselves without sustaining... Oh, sorry. You could risk pressing onward, but you'd be leaving everything in the hands of your allies or the fates. Press onwards in the hopes of uniting with allied forces. Cyclopes, diplomacy +1. I don't really have any allies yet. If we go to our diplomacy, we are kind of unknown to everybody right now, so I don't know what allies we'd be hoping to run into. I guess we'll do option 2. Let's protect them. So we're going to lose a crew. Double check to make sure we cannot save against this. Lose hull or gain doom. Okay, so we must lose that crew, and we will get +1 diplomacy with the Cyclopes. Okay. C10.
The Pallyroyan triremes flank you, forcing your ships into the shallows. Your Titans leap into the water, while your crew deploy alongside them, establishing a small beachhead before the Spartan forces close in. Your troops engage in a terrible skirmish, and blood soon flows freely, while the screams of the dying fill the air. You spot one of your Titans wading through the enemy. A squadron of Spartans surround it, harrying it with spears. The towering creature lets out a groan of anguish as, slowly, it topples, vanishing into a writhing mass of Spartan bodies.
All right, well, we got to mark one of our Titans as lost, dead. Darn. Rest in peace.
Eventually, you turn the tide of the battle. One of your warriors strikes down a prominent officer among the enemy ranks, and the heart seems to go out of the Spartan soldiers as they are routed. In the aftermath, Spartan and Argo warrior bodies alike surround you. As you take in the carnage, one of you feels the stirring of a long-forgotten memory in the back of your mind. Images of similar carnage, of countless dead around you. In a flash, the images are gone.
Going to be our Nemos. Yes, least likely Argonaut gains the death precedes Nemos. Not the same as death follows, but let's get this out here. I will get the booster seat so you can see better. Where the heck did I put it? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Ah. There. How do I... Oh, geez. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how I can get this in a consistent manner here. Oh, that's pretty good. If I just line the book up like that along the edges. Maybe more like this edge. Yeah, something along those lines. Okay, cool. Death proceeds. Start of battle, you may move 1 space towards the primordial. Okay. This is for... Oh, where's my sheet that has my little scraps on? There it is. I love having these things because for me it's like it's just noise if I can like see those abilities that I can't use. So like having these little squiggles to block them off actually has helped me quite a bit. That's going to go on to the orphan. And that's not a bad Nemos for our what's it called? For somebody to have who we want to generally be tanking. Because we can position them if we think the Primordial is going to be attacking the closer Titan. Eventually we will be able to give them a rage too. So, not bad. Good pairing.
You glance up to see Serapion standing next to you, observing the corpses with a grim expression.
You paid a heavy price today, Argonaut.
He rumbles.
You stood alone against the tide and protected my kin. I will not allow my people to forget your actions today. I hope this is a wake-up call. We cannot stand aside while others fight our battles.
He lifts his head, looking over to the looming shadow of the Argo.
We will do what we can to repay you for this day. We have the ability to reinforce the city ship. My kind have a way with metal.
The Cyclops turns to leave, while you remain on the silent battlefield, considering the victories and losses of the day. You hope, when the Cyclopes have more time to consider their situation, they will take a more active role in the war. But the vow they have sworn is so immutable, so sacred to their nature. Perhaps that is a good thing. A society that chooses peace is a rarity. What was it that initially inspired their decision? You doubt even the old priest would know the answer to that.
All right, let's see what our goodies are. We get a progress token and a hull. Okay, I think that was worth losing a crew. I think. So we're now full up on hull. And we'll get one more, oops, nope, not that. One more progress token. We are at 5 out of 7. And we are just trying to get to 7 so that when we get to 7 on that card, we get to flip it. All right, so expedition step done. We are now on the advancement step. We don't have any technologies to research today. And I think we're ready to move on to the next day. We could go, oh, we could only go east here if we were on the beta side of this tile. Unfortunately, we only have one direction we can go to explore more, and that is north. We will do that. That is north to tile 68. Do you see any secret codes? I do not. We do see a Titan though. We're getting a Doom. Oh, this actually might be our first Doom. Let's first check off our day here. Okay, so we're gonna put this up here. Maybe this will also help us determine how this cataract fortification map that we have is supposed to be oriented. But we're gonna get a Doom. I'm not gonna try to protect against that because we'd have to roll, what, an 8? What was it, 9 minus the Doom card number? Yeah, so I'm not gonna I'm not going to protect against that. We are going to get a Titan. Done. Now let's do our exploration. Temple of Ares. We're going to get 2 relief. Ends that pile. Shrine to Ares. Okay, am I not shuffling well here? I feel like I've gotten a lot of Ares related things. I mean, we're in an area that would be obviously worshipping Ares, but Spartans did enjoy their war. Ah, bad shuffling. Okay. Hopefully that shuffled well. And now we are on the expedition step. There is nothing. So now we have advancement. Was there anything else in this tile? No. We have a combat research today. Is that what I saw? We do. Technology, projects, combat. What was reflex priming again? Unexhaust 2 gear cards. We could do Temenos advanced gear. Let me check this out because this, we can look at these gear cards, I believe. Grabbing them really quick. Sorry, I did not pause it before I stood up. So I'll just talk my way through this. Grabbing the cards now. We got the Scale, Chakram, we got the Mazed Cestus, and we got the Pseudomedian. Pseudomedian? There's the Pseudomedian. 3 attack dice, +1 precision. Maximum power of 3 red dice. It has reposition 1, break 1, can go up to break 2 at 5 danger. We have transform, 2 dice at +3 precision. And this is was this first one reach at all? No. Reach 3, pull 1. That's fun. And then, yeah, okay. So this has a max of 2 red dice here. That's fine. Maybe I just undervalue forced movement on the primordial. We have the Mazed Cestus. Be 3 dice at +2 to hit. We get maximum of 3 reds. Actually, max of 4 reds at 7 danger. Daze, push back 1, break 1, block 1. It's pretty good. That is not a flip side. The tangled yet perfectly symmetrical shape of these maze fragments produces an interesting injury pattern. Huh. And then we have, well, none of these would actually allow us to get to 4 or more, what's it called? Labyrinth patterns. What am I talking about? Get to a set of 4 labyrinth gear cards on our puzzle axe. So I don't know. We could always move Pyrisclipios over to Game Changer, then have Earthshaker. I might end up doing that. Basically give Earthshaker 3 one-handed weapons, have Game Changer wield the Pyrisclipios, and then have Logic Breaker wield something else. So this will not sway me to go one direction or another here, I don't think. I don't know. Not super excited about the Temenos Advanced Gear, but getting the 13th Muse Grand Cannon would be nice. And Temenos support equipment, I think, could be good. Let's see, what do we need for these sighting cards? Reflex priming. Force Kratos cooldown. I'll probably do another battle with a Cyclonus next, and then my third timeline battle I'll probably do a Chimera Mestatios. Keep wanting to call it Mestatios. I don't even know what I want to call it anymore. In my head, I feel like I pronounce it the correct way and consistently, and then I say it out loud. I'm like, that's not right. Let's just do Temenos Advanced Gear. I kind of want to just get to 13th Muse Grand Cannon. I do like that. Plus, I already grabbed these gear cards, so we might as well. Okay. Do I want to craft any of them? Scale Chakram, for instance. Let me spend a minute reorganizing the loadouts for some of these, because I think I'm going to be changing how I want to do these Titan loadouts. So I'm going to pause it, and then I will come back and explain what I changed here. I actually don't think I'm going to change anything. I was going to put the Puzzle Axe, the Temenos Xiphos, and the Temenos Scale Shield on Earthshaker, move the Periscopios over to Game Changer, but I think that ultimately just weakens Earthshaker a little bit, strengthens Game Changer. Then I have to put a different weapon on Logic Breaker as well. And I just don't think that moving around is worth it for just in order to get that deadly on the Puzzle Axe. I like having the Periscopios on Game Changer would be cool, but like Periscopios is just a great weapon on its own. We don't need to give it to the strongest Titan that's just concentrating too much power in one area. So I don't know. The layout that I have may not be perfect, but I'm gonna keep it. I wonder if I can even craft any of those new cards. Oh wait, no. Cargo, gear. What do we just get? Temenos Advanced Gear. No, we can't even craft them. We need more Fear Essence. Okay. Nope, those will go in our craftable items. And then that'll do it for our advancement step, I think. So let's read the Relentless Adversary special event. Let's see, nope, special events, Relentless Adversary.
A familiar shroud of dread falls over you. You are being hunted.
So we have beaten the Hermesian Pursuer. So we are going to now see Sinister Awakening. Go to paragraph. Special event, Sinister Awakening.
You stand at the edge of a peculiar rut, like a dry riverbed, but much more symmetrical, seemingly dug by a giant machina. The gorge spans many leagues, disappearing into the horizon. Where it cuts through forests, a flattened landscape welcomes you, as if after an avalanche. Where it encounters towns, indiscriminate carnage, buildings razed to the ground and dried red smears are all that is left. If there were any survivors, they have fled. "It's rotating," muses Alcibiades, looking at the rut with a worried expression, and you give him a perplexed look. "It's movement. Not only a forward motion, but also a rotation around its axis. That's why the gorge is so deep and symmetrical. It's a sphere. Like a giant ball. One of you points to the sun. If the sun dripped ambrosia, Alcibiades adds, pointing to the black stains marking the northern wall of the rut in regular intervals. It exudes from an asymmetrical orifice in its structure. So it has awakened. You're surprised to hear the old priest's voice here, so far from the Argo. His foreboding tone is even more ominous than usual. The ancient burden from a forgotten Aeon. You know who made this? What? It is the doom of Sisyphus, the Black Rock. It seems... He chuckles weakly. We're making a name for ourselves. We've just finally thrown the Hermesian Pursuer from our backs, and now a new, more powerful foe stalks us. Now this monstrosity is your burden to bear. May you fare better than poor Sisyphus.
So I've only primed the mini version of this mini, but I will show this one and then we'll show the full version once we actually get into a battle with it. It might be kind of hard to see on this, my pale hand back here. Just a little ball with some faces on it. I mean, how bad could it be? Shouldn't be too bad, right? Spawn the burden 4 tiles away from the Argo. Add the cycle-specific Cackle exploration card to the exploration deck. And refer to the adversary rules for more information. I don't need to refer to those rules. I make my own rules. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let me grab that Cackle card. It's been a while since we've had an adversary to face. It's getting lonely, you know, nobody following behind us, watching our every move. No need to fear which direction we're going on the map because we're terrified of just losing 4 titans. You know, we just needed a change. And what better change than just having a giant mechanical ball of ambrosia following you around? So my grandpappy always told me, oops, I just put that card in upside down. My grandpappy always told me that too. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. All right. Boom. That is shuffled. And we have we spawned our little pursuer, or not pursuer, our adversary, who is pursuing us on the map down there in the southwest. And that's going to end the story step. That's going to end the doom step. Now we'll go to the next day and we'll go into the next battle. I don't know if I'll record the next Cyclonus battle. I might take a little break from recording for some in-game days, but we shall see. But for now, I'm going to take some votes here. Who, if you want to go west, speak up. No, nobody. All right. Do you want to go north? If you want to go north, speak up. Not hearing anything. Okay. If you want to go east, speak up. I do. All right, we'll go east. Yes, I am a loser for doing that. And I knew I was going to be, and I did it anyway. So, you know, you can't make fun of me. If you made it to this point in the video, you have the same mind sickness that I do. But I appreciate you watching if you made it into this point in the video. I really do. All right, let's jump over to this view. Here is our tile that we're going to be exploring here as I check off day number 7. We've been in Lakonia for a week now. And any hidden codes? Come on, I see a bunch of just little lines on here. I'm sure there's a number hidden somewhere. It's like my eyes keep getting drawn to these little spots right in the middle there, but I don't see anything. I'm not that great at finding these though, so okay. Yeah, I don't see anything. Oh, we're gonna get to one more adventure today. Cool. So we did our timeline. Let's finish our movement here. Boom. Then we will do our exploration. Wait, sorry, were there any symbols on here that we needed to do for exploration? No, okay. Exploration. Trying to... Okay, I'm sorry. I need to shuffle these because I literally have been drawing that. You know, we're go in this camera. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Boom, 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 boom. Unless there's like multiple Shrine of Ares cards in here. I guess that could also be the case. A little bit of this. And we will split our stacks here. Okay. Now let's go back to this view. Temenos Fear Aquifer. Gain 2 Fear Essence resources. Fear Essence, 2. We do not have 5 or more refugees, so we will skip that. We have an adversary activation symbol. Boom. Goes away. Here we go. Then Weapons Workshop. Gain 1 War Machine resource. And we have another adversary activation. Okay, so those will get shuffled back in. And we just had our adversary move from here to 2 tiles northeast. And I was thinking about trying to go south on the next movement step, because I don't remember how wide this thing is. 4, 5, 6. We're 6 tiles wide right now. Sorry, still shuffling here. I wonder if we can try to make sense of our map here yet. Let me dim these lights so you might be able to see the map so far as well. Oh, well, I guess I can't really show these 2 views at the same time. I do see some we have like angle, then horizontal, angle. No, that's definitely not right. Oh wait, maybe actually. Angle, horizontal, angle, that could be it, maybe. What about if we did this way? No, this doesn't seem right. So is it this? Sorry, I'm rotating it without, I was thinking I was showing this side. So if it was this way, we kind of have a little bit of that angle. No, that's not correct. Maybe we're just not at this part of the map yet. I don't think we're at this part of the map. Okay. Yeah, maybe we can't make sense of this yet. But either way, I mean, it's got to go in one of these 2 orientations. I mean, maybe, I don't know if this thing is this just supposed to be indicating that this is the top? So maybe we actually know it's supposed to be like this orientation. I don't know. But I don't think we have enough information right now to confirm that. Let there be light. Okay. We're going to do one more adventure while we're here. Boom. That's cocked. That's a 2. Dang, I don't think I want that. I wanted to do one of the adventures that we already have. Boo. Okay. Well, I guess we'll get another Nemos card that we can put in our Argo Vault. This is going to be Consider the Ant. Be page 41 for me. Let's get this going. Adventure Hub. It's gonna be to walk a mile. Oh, sorry. We need to do this first. Deed. Oh, we definitely have some people with deed on here. We're gonna get one more node for Siren Survivor. Deed. Oh, okay. M10. Maybe, I know we're not supposed to read that until the story step, but maybe for, like, if I'm not doing a video for the next few in-game days, maybe I'll just read this for this video just to get some more story in here. So let me make a note of this, but we'll just do it after this adventure. We'll break the rules a little bit just for some entertainment. That was you, right? Yes, that was Orphan. Okay. All right, let's go to our story.
Warmth surrounds you. It's a familiar feeling. Another consciousness slowly making itself known in your mind until you realize something is different. You feel nothing of the untouched raw power that usually accompanies junctions. This time, it feels more fragile. And yet somehow it feels as if you were looking into a mirror, into another mortal mind. You sense their fear. It must be strange for them as well. So you timidly reach out, your consciousness extending like a hand, and something latches back. Suddenly you feel your weight fully again, making you stumble. You are not in the chamber of the Aeon on the Argo, but in a dark room. You try to quell your panic at your lack of visibility, but once your eyes adjust to the darkness, you realize you are inside a stone tunnel. You hold a basket in one hand and an axe in the other. Blackened fingernails, cuts and bruises on each finger, bones almost visible through the pale skin. These are not your hands. The presence in your mind, albeit weaker now, protests and wants to be let out. But the connection cannot be broken. Other slaves around you work on the walls under the dim light of oil lamps. Iron ore falls into baskets that are carried away. A kick to your back sends you rolling on the floor, and an armed man yells at you to go back to work. This body can't take much of this, you realize as you get back on your feet. You don't want to kill your host. You will have to be careful. The Spartan guard behind you goes to torment someone else while you start digging. You notice others as disoriented as you, and they notice you as well. One look is shared among you, and you all know. Somehow, all of you junctioned with helots instead of titans. You have no way of telling the time, but your muscles ache when you are eventually allowed to take a break. The other slaves seem to know you well and are confused by your strange behavior. The presence in your mind still protests, but it goes a little quieter each time. You remind yourself not to get too comfortable with these people, as you will not be staying in these bodies forever. but you sit down with them, wolf down the little food you are allotted, and go back to work, axe and basket in hand. You start talking with the other slaves. A smile shared along with some water. A brief touch of the hand when passing some tools. Someone's hand on your arm to steady you as you trip over a loose stone. Guilt starts pooling in your heart when one calls you by your name. Passion. Or even just friend.
Ooh. All right, so somehow we just junctioned into people instead of titans. And it was all of us. It wasn't just one of us. Huh. Yeah, we don't really know how that junctioning works. Like, we've only junctioned into titans up to this point, but like we don't really know anything other than, oh, we just go into this room called the Aeon, and then suddenly we're able to junction with these titans that are wearing these anti-Kratos helms. Anyway, so we have to mark something immediately. Let's go to this view, Argo, choice matrix. Wait, sorry, G5 is it? G7. Argonauts junctioned into Helots instead of Titans. One is named Passion, I think. Is that right? Or Passion? Passion. Okay. Then we choose. This isn't your body, but you could use the trust between your host and these slaves to turn the tables and prevent the Spartans from using the mine. This could buy the Argos some needed reprieve. Do not reveal who you are and convince the slaves to take over the mine. Lose one humanity. Pretending to be someone else is wrong. These people deserve honesty. You just hope they will appreciate it. Reveal who you are. I mean, there's a chance that number 2 could go like terribly wrong, but also I feel like these people are kind of, I don't know, I feel like them seeing that, oh, somehow the Argonauts have inhabited, like somehow the Argonauts are here with us, that probably gives them some form of hope, as opposed to us just being like, yeah, let's just use these people for our purposes. Let's go with option 2. We're going to get Helots diplomacy +1. Then see paragraph 2.
The presence in your mind calms down a bit as you decide to reveal the truth. The Helots are mostly confused, but to your surprise, a couple of them are not. Has something like this happened before? Aren't you the only ones capable of junctioning with other beings? While many slaves feel betrayed and repulsed, some see this as an opportunity to use your experience. They have heard of you. As Argonauts, you have faced countless challenges. You could advise them. You look at all the faces turned toward you, seeing anger, sadness, and despair, but also hope. Many of these Helots are too weak to fight, or don't have the proper training or equipment. It would be best for them to just escape and seek a better life outside, but they know this mine even better than the Spartan guards.
Gain 1 doom. That's fine. Let's just do it. I mean, I guess we're about to go into a, let's try, like we're about to go into a, what's it called? timeline battle, so we might as well get some Argo Fate that we can attempt to lose. So let's gain an Argo Fate. And we need 9 minus 1, we need 8 or higher. Boom. Ooh! All right, that worked out. That's a 9. So we will not gain that Doom. Then we have 2 options. Option 1. You could offer a better life to these people, either by taking them onto the Argo or giving them the means to survive on their own. Help the slaves escape. C0005. Option 2 is, even if it is for a little while, the slave situation would improve if they took control of the mine. They would finally be the ones to decide their own fate. Advise the slaves to take over the mine, gain 1 progress, and lose 1 humanity. I mean, what's the end game with taking over the mine here? We take over the mine temporarily, and then the Spartans just send more guards to come back and retake the mine. Like, this feels like a really short-sighted plan. We're really dead set on constantly bringing up this option, like, yeah, let's just take the mine. Come on, let's do it. But I'm failing to see how that's actually going to help us. So let's just actually help these people. Let's read paragraph 5 with option 1.
The Helots begrudgingly accept the situation. They are willing to listen to you when you offer them a plan of escape. You will need to prepare accordingly, but most agree to try their luck outside. Some of them still talk to you as if you are the person they know. Others avoid you. Eventually, the time comes. The distraction you prepared is set off, and the sign is given: run. Many won't make it, but everyone tries their luck. Adrenaline and the resolve to fight for their future pushes them forward. They have nothing to lose. The scramble in the dark is frantic. You are besieged by the guttural gurgles of the guards and screams of the hapless unfortunates cut down before they could reach the exit. The light of day almost blinds you, but you don't stop until you reach the canal. There, you regroup. The freed slaves look up to you with hope in their eyes, thankful. But you expect to see more of them here. Suddenly, your consciousnesses stretch until you find yourselves aboard the Argo, submerged in green waters, heads spinning. The old priest rushes to you, but before he can say anything, you turn to Alcibiades and tell him about the slaves who escaped from the mine. With a nod, he is gone, and soon you feel the Argo move. Once the old priest is certain you have recovered, he helps you to the upper deck just in time for the Argo to reach the canal you left the Helots at. To your boundless relief, they're still there. You take them in, for what else could you do? You've led them on this path, after all. Some of them, the strongest and most determined, elect to join your crew.
Whew. All right, heck yeah, Alcibiades. Not even just like trying to be like, oh, explain what happened. Like, no, I got you. We're going to do this. But also, that means, does he know that this has happened before? Does Alcibiades know that the junctioning can be done with not just Titans, but other humans? All right, let's see. We got a lot of stuff here. Some good, some not. We're going to get 1 progress token. Progress. We're at 6 out of 7. We're going to get 2 refugees. 1, 2. So yeah, refugees count against our maximum crew here. So we have to be careful about how many refugees we get. Because if we start, like if we were to get, 3 more refugees here, we would just automatically lose a crew. And we would go down to a max of 3 crew. So we got 2 refugees. We're going to get 1 more crew. Then we're going to lose 6 relief resources. Half our relief supply. If you don't have enough, gain 1 doom. Okay, well, I guess it's good that we had enough. I'm going to mark I8. Choice matrix, I8. After junctioning with Helots, helped some of them escape from a Spartan mine. We picked them up in the Argo. Fun adventures. Oh, that's one. All right, so we marked I8. Now we're going to go to 12. I also think I misused Ahoy.
During your subsequent voyages, you will recall the Helot mine many times, wondering if ultimately you did the right thing. Of course, you never truly know the consequences of your actions, do you? So, there are people out there, one of you muses, with whom a junction is possible. What even is the junction, then? How does it work? The words weigh heavily in the evening air, for it rings of transgression, trespass. You did not hijack their bodies consciously, of course. But you do that with Titans. What do they feel? How aware are they of the process? Would they rebel if it was invasive? Stupid question. You expect them to die for you. There are whispers of a secret Nietzschean project, long abandoned, says Irina, the Simici representative you suspect of being a spy. A perfect warrior, for he would channel the will of the supreme leader himself, much like the giant monster your Titans meet on the battlefield. Why was it abandoned? No one truly knows, but the rumor is the Nietzschean sired them himself.
The Nietzschean sired them himself. There are whispers of a secret Nietzschean project long abandoned. A perfect warrior, for he would channel the will of the supreme leader himself. Much like the giant monster your Titans meet on the battlefield. I mean, was it abandoned? Was it this monster? Could that have been the project the Nietzschean had been working on and it wasn't abandoned? It was the actual Nietzschean or the shadow? I guess we don't know. Okay. So, least likely Argonaut gains the Mesalliance Nemos card. That is going to go straight into our Nemos vault. Where is Mesalliance? Here it is. It'll go into our Nemos vault. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards in our Nemos vault. Okay. Then I was going to end the video there, and then I remembered that let's actually just do that Nemos reading. So where did we mark that on our... So when we marked on a timeline, it was M10, I think. Timeline M10. Yeah, okay. So we'll do this, and then I'll probably do a battle and do some... I'll play a little bit at some point myself without recording, and then I'll come back. So we'll do this a little early. Go to, I'll pull it up on app first. Boom. Nemos breakthroughs. This was a Night to Remember, correct? Checking orphan. Yes. So, I don't really want to lose this one. This is a good card. We should maybe try to write her name on the timeline. Dang. Okay. I might retroactively say that I wrote her name on the timeline in the last advancement step. Let's see if I can do that really quickly. Technology. I would actually technically be able to do it before. I wouldn't be able to. Technically, I wouldn't be able to do it before the battle, so I'm just saying I did it yesterday. Because I just want to be able to lose this Argo Fate in the fight. Because I think we gain an Argo Fate, then we write their name down for a week from that day. Yes. Cannot use it when you resolve this event. Argonaut gains 1 Nemos node for a chosen Nemos. Okay. So yes, we will have gained an Argo Fate, so we're going up to 2. And this happened yesterday. We're just doing a little rewind in time. So 13, day 13, we would say, what's her name? Orphan, +1, chosen, Nemos. Node, or +1 node for chosen Nemos. Do not autocorrect that. Okay, thank you. Then let's go back to this. And this is a C1 Nemos. 0, 1, 0.
The dream is more vivid now. You're young, on the verge of adulthood, and the night is warm and full of stars. The city is ablaze with 1,000 torches and braziers. It shines and shimmers like a jeweled necklace. The sounds of the celebration reach you even here, atop the roof of the old academy. This is the happiest moment of your life. Your polis, the great city of philosophy and reason, Athens, has won a war with its bitter rival, the brutish Sparta. You imagine the daring, noble deeds performed in the name of your birthplace. Heroes must have been baptized in the glory of battle, and now, victorious, they return to their home city to celebrate and be celebrated. Oh, how you long to be one of them, to write your name in the annals of history, remembered for all time. Soon, you tell yourself. The sound of the celebration reaches a fever pitch, and the fires seem to grow even higher. Now the sky looks like a pale reflection cast in the sea of night. This is the happiest moment of your life, but not because of Athens' victory. You glance to your left, where Aletheia sits. Even looking in her direction makes your heart beat twice as fast and your stomach ties itself into a knot. You like her. You always liked her, even before you knew what liking someone was. Maybe you still don't? You want to be close to her. Closer. Is this that love your uncle was always talking about when he was pining over his latest conquest? No, that was something brief, faint, invisible. This is as real as anything. You work up the courage and, leaving everything to your heart and the fates, lean in for a kiss. You've never kissed anyone before, but this feels right. She looks deep into your eyes. There is sadness there. She edges away and you immediately freeze. You've misread everything. You hastily back away, ashamed of displaying your unrequited emotions. You try to play it down, but you feel like a fool, rejected. This is the saddest moment of your life. You look to the starry sky and start counting.
So this was actually one of the few Nemos passages that we read in the first cycle. So you get to do a little comparison between how I read it in cycle 1 and how the official narration app has it in this cycle. Hey, I'll give myself props. I think this narrator has a much better voice than I do. I think I actually have some pretty good like pacing of my words and a little bit more different in inflection or differences in inflection when I'm reading. So, you know, maybe if I had his voice as nice as that narrator, I could have a career in narration of my own. But we're going to, yeah, actually, so that, you know, I'll let you think about this. Like, we had this same Nemos memory with a previous Argonaut. Is that a mechanical oversight of the game? Is it intentional? I don't know. Just something to consider. We're going to gain a rage here, and we're going to gain a despair token. I thought we were done with despair tokens, but despair is back. Can't get away from despair in Lakonia. Guess I could have gone to this. No, because we needed to see the story there. Okay, and then note the breakthrough. I don't really need to do that because that is tracked for us. And with that, we will bring this video to a close. We're about an hour and a half. That's a good duration for this video. Yeah, so we made it a few more days in the land of Lakonia. We have our newest adversary chasing us, this mechanical sphere, just like the sun. I don't know how smart our Argonauts are supposed to be, but hey, okay, in their defense, this is ancient Greek times, you know. Education is not as good then as it was now. I don't know, maybe even I question that. Maybe some places in, all right, whatever, I'm not going to get political here. But yeah, thank you for joining me in this video. Like I said, I will probably go a few in-game days without recording. I'll probably do this next Cyclonus 1 battle without recording it, just to kind of give myself a little break and get some time to enjoy this game by myself. But we will come back into it shortly. But I will see you all in the next video. Take care.